Just had a really good bite. There we go, look at that going. We could be into something. Good evening, denizens of the internet. This is now Bank Holiday Monday, so I can't say you're in the office, but pull up your bar stools or your sofas. We are on a, look at that, flat calm day. Aberafan, looking groovy. We're down the West End where the mullet were the other day, and I've heard of a couple of hounds, so we're going to have a little go. Got some raw prawn for bait, and we're going to be back out later on to fish high water, but the whole gang will be there then, and we'll go to Nabrock where also some hounds have come out, and we'll see what happens. So there's a quick view of the gear. We got one woolly pulley rig, two circle type hooks, bait clip there, shield, big pit reel, 12-foot carp rod, and we're going to put 4 ounces of lead on there and a prawn thing. Prawn, man, prawn. We're going to put the prawn on there, whether he likes it or not, and that will do us. So let's get on with it. Boo. Oh, you're back. Right, there we have it. We've bunged that out. Went with 3 ounces of lead, not 4 because it's so flat. 30-pound braid, 80-pound shocker. Give it a good welt. It's out a good 90 metres. Flat, 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 calm. And we'll see if there's anybody out there. I did have a little look in the surf, such as it is, to see if there was any sign of mullet. And I don't see any swirls or anything, but we'll keep an eye open. But if you look at the beach here, look, there's loads of these bristle worms everywhere, bristle worm casts everywhere. And when we were down here the other day, we picked up a few hermit crabs, and obviously that's what hounds like to eat. I mean, you might have already been here now and cleared them out and gone, because that's how it goes with the hounds. They show, they eat, and if there's enough of them, they just eat everything, and then that's that, they bugger off. And God knows when they come back again. You have to be here on the right day. So we are here. See that there? That little shrimpy thing there, look, see him? That's what we are trying to imitate with the mullet flies. Look at him go. Now my brown flies are pretty much exactly that colour, just a bit bigger, and they float, whereas he doesn't. So let's let him go. There we go. So I presume, apart from the algae, of which I can see none, the mullet are appearing for those. And seeing as they're fish, and they live out there where everything else is living, they're probably not as fussy as we think. They'd probably pick up wherever. I mean, I remember when I was living in Plymouth, a guy fishing half a mackerel on 2 9.0s for conger eels. What did he catch? 4-pound mullet. So they can be a bit opportunistic, and they can also be a bit fixated. Depends on the day. If they're fixated on something and you haven't got that something, then you might as well just cut your own head off and throw it in the sea. But if they're just on the hunt, yeah, you got a chance. So there we are. I'm going to switch you off for a little bit, because this is going to be a short, snappy video. There's either something going to happen or nothing's going to happen, and then we'll be back out later on when it's dark. Ta-ta. You don't like to look at that cloud up there. Looks a bit wet. So anyways, 20 minutes to dead low water. I should imagine that sometime in the next hour, towards the end of the hour now, will be the best time as it starts to flood again. And we'll see. Not holding out too much hope, because there would be lots more people here if it was all happening. Yeah. Sometimes the humans are a good indicator. I think while there's nothing happening, we'll quick look in the water and see if there's any sign of life at all. little crabs, whatever. And because hounds are renowned for stealing rods, we'll do it right in front of the rod, so if one does steal it, it will come sliding past here and we can grab it. See? Upstairs for thinking, downstairs for dancing. Aha! I'm sure that contains a mini hermit crab. I just saw him wandering along, and there's another one. Yep, look at his little claw in there. Look. Here he comes. Here comes Mr. Hermit. Two of them. Now that's going to attract the hounds in because they are crab eaters. Look, they're everywhere. There's one wandering along. Look. Now we've got three and we haven't barely taken a step. And there's two more. There's one more. Look at that lot. That is what is bringing the hounds in. Hermit crabs. And if I just pick that lot up in a square metre more or less, I can see more over there and over there and over there and over there. They're everywhere. Everywhere you look there are hermit crabs on the march. Not big ones, all little mini ones. But the hound's not going to care, is he? He's just going to scarf them all up. Without a doubt. So, right, well it was well worth coming down to the water's edge for a little look to see that lot, because that gives me more confidence. If the food is here, the fish might be here. Now where the big hermit crabs are, I do not know. But that was a lot of little baby ones there. Try and zoom in later on. Must have waded out 100 metres. Now he's casting. He's only up to his arse there. So it shows you how shallow the water is, doesn't it? You can see that according to the internets. Low tide in 13 minutes. Nice big tides. So we're there now, at the bottom of the tide, and later on we'll be over Nabrock up there. Well, looky folks, just to add insult to injury, it's now lashing down the rain. There's nothing more depressing than a beach in the rain. Never mind. That's what you expect in Wales, isn't it? I'm wondering, in the rain, with nothing happening, as you do, what if we got a load of those hermit crabs and painted their shells different colours? We could have hermit battles, and we could have like a famous TV show. We could battle it out with our hermit crabs, and everybody could go and get their own pet hermit crab and train them and all the rest of it. Yes, that sounds like an epic idea to me. I don't suppose YouTube will like it, but it could just work. What do those seagulls know? They know something, that they're coming straight for me. Is he going to crap on me? No, he's off. But they have some sort of plan, I'm sure. Oh look, blue sky. Oh look, a squirrel. Excellent. Right, tide has allegedly turned, so we're going to be forced off and up the beach very quickly because it's a big tide. So what we're going to do, we're going to put on a new bait, and then we can just reverse up the beach and let some line out until he's out a long way. We'll see if the prawn has been eaten by the hermit crab army. Here he comes. Oh, there was a mullet. I see a swirl, just one. Right, our prune is untouched. Not the best of signs, is it? Who would want to visit Aberafan Beach and go away with an untouched prune? Disgraceful. New prune. We'll get some elastic on him now in a minute. I know you've all seen it before, but there might be people who don't fish very often or whatever. weight elastic will just keep everything together and straight. And obviously fish don't eat real prawns, they only eat elastic, innit? There we go. And there we go. Short pulley rig with a prune. Let's belonger him out there. Splinge. That's a good 90 metres of anybody's money. And obviously as the tide pushes us back and back and back and back and back, we can let it stay out there. Because it's not exactly getting eaten by crabs, is it? It's a bit weird because you would think the army of hermit crabs would be on that. Maybe the hermit crab army is only in the shallows. Once you go out a bit, they get scuffed. We'll never know because they don't talk. Later on we'll be over there where them lumps are. Mumbles. Right, we just had a very, very tentative bite. Certainly not a hound, but definitely a fish. Could be flatfish hair, school bass. Could even be something stupid like a miniature weaver fish. I've had little turbot off here, there are rays, you name it. But it's something small, plucking at the bait, and now it's gone. It arrived, it saw, it smelled, it tasted, it pulled at it and gone. Poof, and gone. Well, whatever it was didn't come back. There's some danger of the sun coming out. Of course, all the clouds have gone that way. Looks to me like somebody's gonna have a storm. Just had a really good bite. There we go, look at that going. We could be into something. Oh, what the fuck? Snapped. I bet that snapped at the shock leader as well. Oh, that's a pisser. It has. Must have got damaged at some point. Well, there's still time. We can rig up a new one and see if we can get into something. Yeah, look at that.